Hey, girl. Hey. So the story I had for you,
Yes.
it was a news story in the News and Observer today, Raleigh's local newspaper.
Okay.
So apparently there's this dude who does TikToks out of Durham, and he does like North Carolina cities,
Okay.
but like puts in pictures of when he was in other cities, right?
Oh, was
Like,
this the guy that made everybody think Gastonia was
yes,
Switzerland?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, you heard it, because the woman from Jupiter, Florida drove up and realized she was in the wrong place when she passed by a few run-down gas stations.
Yeah. Yeah. One of my college friends, he's from Gastonia and he posted about it yesterday. He was just
Yeah.
like, he's like, I can testify under oath that they're nothing alike.
There is one important thing from our childhood in Gastonia:
What?
the Shield Museum.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, yeah. Don't you remember that stuffed bobcat that sat up there
Yeah.
and like watched over you?
Hmm.
One of my friends, that you know very well actually, used to work there as a uh, like intern, like
Oh,
volunteer.
okay.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Which friend? The way you said it, I'm
The
like, wait,
tall,
what?
thin one.
Oh, okay. Oh, I love him. I just love him.
Everybody does. Everybody
I
does.
mean, it's hard not to, honestly. Like
You know
some
what
people are
else
just
everybody
universally
does?
what?
Everybody hurts sometimes.
Everybody hurts sometime.
I'm not as punchy as I usually am at this
You're
time.
not. I mean,
I
especially
don't
for
know
a
what's going on.
Wednesday, you should probably do what RuPaul did and just do
Lots
some
of cocaine.
coffee, a lot of coffee enema.
I think it was cocaine.
It was
I
definitely
am doing, for the first time tomorrow, I am getting acupuncture.
good. Is it cranial acupuncture?
It's back, I think.
Oh, make sure it doesn't migrate down to your toe like Adina Monsoon.
I forgot about that.
Sorry. You know that I can always reference just about anything if you say something. You're like, oh,
I forgot about. Oh my god.
I've only had cranial acupuncture. How many falcons did it harpoon on its way down?
I completely forgot about that. Completely. Ooh, I love that shirt with all those bugs on it. I
all of my
do.
all of my clients today were like, "What's on your shirt?" I'm like, "Oh, it's just bugs." And one of my clients legit was like, "That shirt bothers me." I'm like, "Okay."
Well, did you know I used to raise bugs in my past?
No.
Like for a living? Yeah. Um, I worked at the North Carolina State University insectary for a bit.
Oh,
And then I got a job at a agricultural company raising bugs to be have pesticides test on them. Yep.
wow.
Do
Did
you
you
know?
ever get covered in blood by PETA?
No, no, no. Do you know what? No, no. It was so secure to get into these buildings. Um, do you know what company does a lot of agricultural research in America?
Um, is it
Think
Walmart?
Florida. Think
Okay.
Florida. Think Orlando.
Publix?
Think.
Disney?
There you go. That's the one. Like Publix. Good Lord.
I
Good
mean,
Lord.
don't you know that's how Floridians think? You say Florida company, Publix.
I mean,
That
fair, fair. I
that's
don't know.
always that's gonna be always your default first answer.
There's Publix, and there's Disney, and that's about it, right?
I mean, really? Yeah.
I don't really know what else is down there. But
Miami subs.
girl,
Of course.
I hate the one of those in Raleigh closed. I hate
Well,
it.
if you come visit, they're everywhere, so you
No,
can
thank
meet.
you. You aren't taking me to a Miami sub. You will
I
take me
mean,
to
one of them
something.
is One of them is technically like a Wilton Manors drunk destination. So
Okay, that's great. I want to go where the
where the people
people
are.
are. I I want some ceviche
Okay.
from a stand.
Okay.
I want some Cuban food that is mostly pork.
Okay.
And I don't know what else y'all have down there.
Every other Latin cuisine
Oh
because
yeah,
all the
mofongo, please.
okay. Okay.
Um, do you have a large African population down there too?
We do more in the Miami area than up
Sure.
here. So like we have like a couple of Ethiopian places.
Oh, Ethiopian, I can get
Um,
here.
but yeah, we have some a lot of Haitian
I've never
places.
had Haitian food. What's that like?
I think I had it once. Um, I think I,
Okay.
well, no, because like, so there's not a lot of Haitian places in Broward. There's a lot of
Okay.
Haitian places in Miami, but the problem is that the theater. This is gonna sound terrible. I already realize that now, right? So the theater is located in the neighborhood of Miami known as Little Haiti, and unfortunately, there's not really any restaurants near the theater. So if there was restaurants near the theater, I would have gone to one. But like, there's nothing near the theater. It's like in like all these adjoining neighborhoods.
Called gentrification.
Well, it's no, well, it's not gotten to that point yet. But anyway,
Okay.
so
Okay.
yeah, but I did go to one with my my buddy and I remember it was good. He had the goat. I
I love
remember.
goat.
Yeah, he had the goat and he got me to try it. Um
Are
I'm
you a fan
have
of goat?
mm, I'm
Okay.
really I the longer I live, the more I'm like, me and meat.
But
It's like
girl, every once in a while, oxtail soup.
I've never had oxtail.
You've never had oxtail?
Mm-mm.
Okay, here's what I tell people who say they've never had oxtail. Did anybody in your family, anybody in your family, ever buy stew meat?
Sure.
Okay, you've had oxtail. They just
Okay.
took it off the bone.
I don't. It's not that I don't have it out of some kind of thing. It's
Yeah,
like I haven't been to a restaurant. I mean, there's not like I said, it's all down there, and I don't really eat that frequently down there
yeah.
because
It's it's a drive. Why would you do that?
right.
Or
It's like
you're a drag. Like
right. It's a drive, or I'm a drag, or I'm going to improv practice, which
yeah.
I'm literally
You
driving
mean your
45
improv
minutes.
practice isn't catered?
No.
Oh,
Although we do have potlucks occasionally.
ooh, a potluck.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do you eat raw fish?
To eat raw fish,
Uh huh.
I eat sushi,
So you'll eat ceviche.
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I know the perfect place to take you to because there's this place here called the Swap Shop, and it's essentially like the largest outdoor market in the country.
Yes, that is where I want to
Yeah,
get so sick from the ceviche there.
yeah, yeah. I used to go there a lot back when I was still dating before we were living together because I had to drive. You drive by it to
Oh,
get between our
I was
places.
wondering who you were talking about dating. I was like, this could go one of two ways.
No, it's not the
Okay.
way. It's not the original way, girl.
Okay.
But I used to stop there because they used to have the best churros. Oh
Oh, I
my
love
god,
chur. Yeah,
it's like oh
put those on the list too.
yeah.
Does Mr. Mame eat any of these foods?
Uh, he he's more adventurous than me.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, like on our very first date, he had oh, what's it called? It's the stuff that the Japanese eat. It's
Miso.
soybean. No, it's a soybean and it's very slimy.
Natto.
Natto, yeah.
Oh, I hate
First
that.
date.
Oh, I
First
hate it.
date.
Hate it.
First date.
Hate
Um
it.
and
Oh,
the the waitress when he ordered, she was like, "Really?" It's like, I love natto. I'm like, "What is that?" And though it arrived
yeah.
and I was making some internal conversations with myself about if this date needed to continue or not.
Oh yeah. Well, the smell
Thankfully it did.
alone is enough to like if it's so I okay, I shouldn't say I hate it. If you buy it frozen and eat it still nearly frozen to where don't get that taste, that fermented taste, it's okay. Like I have a high threshold for fermented food. I love kimchi. I love
She was
sauerkraut.
great. She was super great. I don't know sauerkraut. Which season was she on?
I'm gonna smack you in the face with my notes right now there.
Why has there not been a drag queen named Sauerkraut? What's happening now?
Oh God, I guess if I ever go, I'll drop Divine Miss Mims and call myself sauerkraut,
Oh my gosh, you should. Oh, that is the perfect name for you.
and then come out with a little like springtime for Hitler pretzel outfit.
Girl, that is the perfect. That's the perfect drag name for you.
But no, my perfect drag name is the Divine Miss Mims because that's what and who I
No,
am.
I'm just saying if that wasn't the case,
Oh yeah, I know, I know, I know,
then
I know,
that would be the perfect
I
drag name for
know,
you.
I know, because I am sour and I am a kraut. So there's both.
It's like it was just there staring us in the face the whole
I
time.
know, I know, I know, but I was blessed by a drag queen named Estrogen with this name.
Oh,
So,
I have a friend named Androgen.
oh, see, there you go. Esther didn't do drag very much, but she 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 put me. Oh God, the first time I ever did drag. Dear listeners, let me talk about this for a second. Then we'll get on with the thing.
We're
Um,
never gonna get to the podcast.
we always do this, and I'm monitoring it. We're at 11 minutes. We got four more. Um, but yeah, dear listeners, I'm sure you're thrilled with me right now. Anyway, I was at Flex and I was like, "Are you nervous? Are you nervous? Are you nervous?" No, I'm not nervous. No, I'm not nervous. No, I'm not nervous. I had a hand me over wig that was this big curly poofy thing.
Hmm.
I did uh River Deep Mountain High, I think was my first song I did, but I got painted by Miss Savannah Beaumont, who put, girl, I have never worn that much makeup on my face, even in everything I ever did after. And I used to wear a lot of makeup, but like,
I really desperately miss North Carolina drag names so much. Oh,
like,
jeez.
she was like Miss North Carolina Gay America
Of
19,
course she was. Of
because
course she was.
everybody was, girl, because everybody
Everybody's
was.
won that pageant now.
Oh God. But like I looked like a fat Liza Minnelli. A fat young Liza Minnelli.
Oh, so like that one drag queen that used to do Chris Jenner,
Yeah.
Drag Race. I mean,
Yes.
basically, that's what she looked like. I mean,
Yes.
just
I mean not quite. Yeah, I look like that.
I
And
man, you missed an opportunity. You really did.
what'd you say?
You missed an opportunity. You
I
could have
did.
been North Carolina's preeminent plus size Liza
I
Minnelli
couldn't.
impersonator.
I could have. I could. Oh my God! Could you just imagine?
You already know all the songs. You already know all the dance moves. Come on.
I can't
You
sing.
could have been at Legends for God's sake.
Oh, the best. So Legends used to have a they still do a entertainer of the month or amateur night.
I remember.
The
They're
best
still
one,
doing it. That's nice.
the best one I ever did. I did it like twice or thrice. The best one I ever did was I did When I Grow Up by the Pussycat Dolls
Oh boy.
with a rattle and like Cindy Lou Who hair, and I think was I wearing a diaper? I may have been wearing a diaper. Girl, I came in second.
That's because you're such a you were a compelling figure in Raleigh's drag scene. Like they just genuinely did not know what to do with you because you were so unique that they were just like, what's happening right now, right? Because especially for you back then, alternative drag was not a thing.
No, no. I mean, we had a few. We had like 4 or 5. The original Trailer Park Girls.
I
And then me.
remember. Oh, the ladies.
And then Jackie O'Knight.
Oh,
Sometimes.
Jackie. Oh, you tell her I said, hey, I love that woman.
Girl, why don't you come up here and do it yourself?
It's too much. It's too much.
Well, how about we get into this episode?
I like that idea.
Prattled. No, wait, we've got to do a couple more things. Oh my God, we've got
The
a couple more
audience is
things.
leaving. They're leaving right now.
Well, to get them to go away even faster, did you know we have a Patreon?
Is Terry gross on right now because she gets to the point faster than these two? We have a Patreon? What?
We have a Patreon. Patreon.com/you slay me. Throw us some money. Dear listeners, we're also creating a new podcast. Maim, did you know that?
I've had some inklings. I keep hearing about it, but it hasn't manifested itself yet.
It's called Where's Dorothy? It's about Golden Palace, which is the sequel to Golden Girls. As soon as we record the first episode, dear listeners, you will have that as a pew, 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 pew bonus episode. This is season 1, episode 9. We're off to kill the wizard.
Oh man, this was a great episode.
See, it was something.
Oh, it was
There was
so
no
convoluted.
mystery. There was no mystery.
So convoluted. Yes, that was the problem. How are you going to do the
we're reviewing the episode before we even get. Anyway, season 1, episode 9, we're off to kill the wizard. So Horatio is looking for Jess.
That's right.
He's called this man, and Horatio called, and we find out he's looking for Jess. He's looking for Jess. So Jess is visiting somewhere. We don't really know what city this is taking place in this time. Like, there's no iconography or anything.
I'm assuming it's some sort of suburb because they have to go to the other location that's probably in kind of a city area.
Well, we know it's within like an hour's flight of Kansas City. So if you take about 100 miles around Kansas City, and like,
don't forget to factor in the headwinds and the tailwinds.
That's true. Maybe Omaha.
All I know is that
it's very flat and white. It looks like California.
It did look a lot like California.
I wonder why. Could it be because this is a CBS studio lot? Could that be the reason? Oh God.
No. I love it. I love it so much. But man, I tell you, you want to talk about Americana. Her little niece and the 2 little kids. And I mean, it was just like, it was like white Nazi's dream.
So her niece sounds like the woman who does the voice to make fun of oh God, that model. So back in YouTube back in the day, there was somebody was making fun of The Wonderful Life, like, oh my God, I'm hermetically sealed to this bicycle right now. Do you not know this?
No.
I'll have to find it for you, and like,
I hope, please do. I'm worried you're having a stroke.
No, I'm not. I distinctly remember this. Could just be the drugs.
Just saying.
So Michael Garner, who was the man from earlier, who's working for Horatio, is shows up and is looking for Jess. We learned that the niece's name is Mrs. Donovan. We still don't have a first name yet.
And we'll never
Mrs.
get one
Donovan.
because it's the 80s.
So his employer wants to meet Jess. His
Mhm.
employer is Horatio Baldwin.
Horrible Horatio?
Horrible Horatio. The theme park maven. Maven? Maven.
Maverick.
Whatever. So he gets offered to go see, they get offered to go see Horatio's new theme park,
Mhm.
Horatio's House of Horrors.
Yes.
And the kid's like, I want to go. Can I go?
And then
I
the
want
little
to
girl's
go,
like,
Jess.
I want to go
And
too.
Jess is like, ugh, God, children. Sure, fine. Let's go to this horrible theme park. I'm too good for theme parks.
Which I thought it was also funny that it was called the House of Horrors, and the first thing we see is all happening outdoors.
Yes. So there's a fake hanging.
Girl, you know how much I love people eating up scenery. I was about this scene because Horatio was ridiculous.
With a spoon, with just like
Oh
as
my
he's
God.
like, oh, oh,
It was so good.
so bad. Um, uh, so there's a fake hanging.
There is. There is.
Thank God, because murder in front of the children is just not allowed.
Yeah. I wrote down I'm getting Dom DeLuise vibes from that guy.
That is not fair to Dom DeLuise. How dare you,
I
sir?
I also wrote down in
Dom
my
DeLuise is an American
I love
institution.
Dom DeLuise. Are you kidding me? I love Dom DeLuise. That man was so amazing. His children couldn't get out of his shadow. Like I loved Dom DeLuise.
I didn't even know he had children.
Yeah, they were on 21 Jump Street. They were the second generation, both of them.
Oh,
Michael
wow.
DeLuise and the other one. I wrote down on here, I don't know if you caught this, but I said the swashbuckler is more like a swishbuckler.
Well, I've got the swashbuckler looked like the guard from later on, but
Yes, he did.
I didn't bother to look see if it was the same person or
I
not.
don't think it is.
So Mike takes Jess to go see Baldwin.
Hmm.
And then we cut to where Horatio and Jess are walking in like an underground tunnel to his office.
Yep.
And Nils approaches and he's like, if we don't fix this stuff, his last name's Highlander, Nils Highlander.
I know. I wrote it down.
They're going to shut us down for safety.
I was impressed.
And apparently Swedish because there's an
Yes.
offhanded comment about Swedes.
Well, they are very efficient. So maybe that's when IKEA was first starting to make it big in the
God. So
That was Westinghouse taking a dig, like, oh, Swedes are coming in.
so he's like, okay, you know when to speak to me and when not to speak to me. Just do what you're told. And Nils walks away, and Horatio keeps walking Jess to the office. And Wes Nessman from WKRP in
Yes.
Cincinnati pokes out his
Yes.
head from an office. Dear listeners,
Oh man.
if
I
you
wanted
don't
him to be the
know,
killer so bad. I wanted him to be the
oh
killer
my
so
God.
bad.
Dear listeners, if you never watched WKRP in Cincinnati, I highly suggest you watch the Thanksgiving episode. It has one of my favorite lines ever that Wes Desmond, oh God, just the humanity of it all. There are turkeys falling. With God as my witness, I thought turkeys could fly. It is
Perfect. It's
comic gold.
perfect.
Like that episode, it's where Lonnie Anderson sort of got her start.
He should have retired after that episode.
He should have. Like
Ooh,
that
we
was
could do a
great.
WKRP podcast. Sorry. Don't look at me.
WKRP in Cincinnati. How many? That was on for a
It
while.
was on for a while, yeah.
I don't.
I That was one of the first sitcoms that I have like an actual like vivid remembering watching it as a kid when it was still on. Like that's one
I
of the
don't think it was
first
still
ones.
on when we were kids.
Yeah, it was in it like 83, I think.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
God, you can remember that far back?
Yeah.
I can barely remember the second shit I took today.
That's
So we meet Horatio Sands' secretary, Mrs. Bascom. I thought it was Baskin, but as I kept saying it, it's Bascom.
You wanted it to be Baskin. We
I
all
did.
wanted it to be Baskin.
So her name is Lori, and Jess signs. She's got one of Jess's books up there. Jess signs it, and Horatio's like, come on into my office, come on into my office. And Jess is like, no, you drug my ass back here. I'm going to take my sweet ass time with this very nice woman who could potentially be your killer.
Yes. Oh, she was Lori. She is so nice.
She is.
Like,
So Arnold, who's what's Wes's name, goes into somebody's office, and we meet Phil.
you think
and Wes tells Phil, I'm just going to call Arnold Wes because
that's fine. They'll know better. It'll be easier for the audience anyway. So
yeah, Wes tells Phil that Jess is there, and that they falsified a lot of documents. We need to get out. We need to get out while we still can. And Phil's like, no, I enjoy this. He's gonna make me VP. It's very important I stay here. What are you talking about? What? Huh? What'd you say, dear?
I enjoy this. Sometimes you'll say things in that voice, and for a minute, I'm like, wait, did they say that? Because I'm like, I always trust your recreation of the moments. And every once in a while, though, I'm like, wait, I don't think that's how that scene went.
I mean, he did say the thing about the vice president.
No, he did say that he was going to be the vice president.
Yeah.
So that's which I actually thought it was really funny because when Wes Nessman came in there and was freaking out, as one would if they are
as Wes Nessman does,
right? Then it seems like, why would you want to be vice president of something like that?
I don't.
Like, I
there
mean,
you go, girl.
It's very weird to me. I'm like, is that what you want? You want to be vice president? Okay.
So Horatio makes Jess an offer she can refuse. She says no. He wants to open up a park, a J.D. Shackelford Park.
Not Shackelford.
Oh, sorry.
That's
Dear
it.
listeners.
I'm calling the police to do a wellness check. That's it. That's it.
Oh God.
You didn't even. It would have been. Even if you had said like J.B. Shackelford, but you literally just said J.D. Shackelford. Like,
well, her initials are J.D.
It's J.B.
Oh, it's J.B. All this time I've been hearing D.
Yeah, of course you have.
Oh God.
Well, that's the end of the podcast. Thank you for listening to
dear listeners, we're retiring. It's been great. No more podcasts for us. Where's Dorothy's not even getting a first episode? So she's like, no, I don't want to do this. You sell these shams to children, and I write literature for those who read it.
Yeah.
That's
what we call it.
Horatio then gets real creepy and locks Jess into the office. And Jess is like, you are a very unhappy man. Furthermore, unlock this door. My niece's husband, which I guess is nephew-in-law, is a detective, and I will get you for kidnapping, yo.
I mean, technically, this is one of the most uncomfortable moments the show has had so far.
Yeah.
When he locked that door like that, I was like,
And we even had that uncomfortable guy with the nipples.
Right.
What was his name?
I don't remember.
They all have these names that just flood your mind.
Ned or George or Floyd or, something.
I swear this is like the second or third Carlson we've had.
Ernest.
Ernest. Yes. We've had a Hemingway. Oh
We've all had a
God.
Hemingway, honey. We've all had a Hemingway.
Jess is like, unlock this damn door. So he unlocks it. Then Horatio calls Mickey to find shit out on Jess.
Yeah, he's not a very nice man. Not
Yeah.
really.
Well, later on that night, we're in the office and we see a couple of guardsmen. There's a gunshot.
What?
Because what is Murder She Wrote without a murder?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, kind of, the show would be a little weird without that.
It's true. So you find out that Bascom left early. And so the guards call Carlson, who's Phil, to get permission to enter into Baldwin's office. And Phil's like, yeah, go ahead. You can you hurry up and use the axe and get in there. Oh my God, you gotta get in there. Oh my God, what's happening? So they use the axe to get in there.
You say it so casual. They use the axe.
They use the axe to get in there. And Baldwin is dead.
Dum, bum, bum.
With lots of ketchup all over his face.
Oh man, so much ketchup. I was like,
hate
did
ketchup.
I was like, and it wasn't even like the good part of the ketchup. It was like the ketchup water that condenses on the top of it.
I hate ketchup so much. Ugh, it is the worst condiment.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Ugh. Can you name worst condiment?
Worse than ketchup.
Yeah.
I don't know. Cheese Whiz?
That's not a condiment. That's a food group.
Girl, people use it as a condiment.
I know. So Carlson walks in as after Baldwin's death and looks shocked. There you go.
That was beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. Somebody give him the regional podcasting actor Oscar.
Is that a thing? Is there a potty?
A potty? There is the earphones awards.
Well, you know what? Now that we have 50 listens a week to one of our podcasts and 500 downloads a week to one of our podcasts, not this one, dear listeners. Keep listening.
Keep listening. Keep listening. This one's not nearly as old as the other one, though. So
that's true. That's true. So we're back at the nieces, the unnamed niece, and Bert. We meet Bert, who's the nephew-in-law.
Yeah.
And there's a phone call for him. Baldwin's dead.
No.
Was it suicide? Question mark.
I thought it was a suicide. I mean, he was there with a gun on the desk, and there's blood coming out of the side of his head.
So now we're back at the office, back at the Baldwin's office, and we meet Captain Davis, who's a real that guy. He is.
Oh man, I love when you say it like that. He's a real bad guy.
Well, he is.
He totally is.
He was in like the Munsters and some other things. Like he's that guy.
No, he and the secretary are both they're 80s stalwarts. We saw them.
So on Peacock where we watched this,
Peacock.
She was the little image in the window, and I was like, oh my God. Is that Carrie Fisher?
No, it's the Bobo Carrie Fisher.
It's Bobo Carrie Fisher, just like Bobo Kate Beckinsale, who I looked up today, and I forgot what her name was again.
That was the whole point of you looking it up. That was the entire point of you looking it up, is to get the name, because we couldn't remember the name.
It was like Roma Downey, so we're just going to go with that. God, could you imagine this movie if Roma Downey had been in them?
No,
I'm Dr. Quinn, medicine vampire.
That's not Dr. Quinn. That's Dr. She was on Touched by an Angel, not.
Oh God, that's right. Dr. Quinn is
Jane Seymour.
Jane Seymour. They look alike kind of to me, except Roma Downey's Irish.
A terrible 80s homosexual. You're terrible.
You know what? I can't believe I just called them that they look the same. They are both.
They don't look anything alike.
They don't look anything alike. It's the accent. One's Irish, one's British. Yeah, they're the
even
same
that's
accent.
not right. Everything you're saying, everything's just wrong.
I I wonder if Dr. Quinn ever did an episode of this. This would be like the right time for her. Anyway,
I'll research it while we continue on.
thank you. So it's not a suicide, but like it has to be because it like there's no way in, there's no way out. It was locked, but importantly, a blow to the head killed Horatio.
Right. Oh,
it was
wait.
not the gunshot.
But that's how that doesn't make sense.
So they asked Jessica to help, and she's like, I don't have a clue, y'all. And I really want to go back to Kansas City and then go home back to Maine because I always like to go back to Maine.
She wanted to go so bad.
So
like, yeah.
Then they panned her jogging. And she gets done with her jog, and she goes inside, and she reschedules her flight to Kansas City.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jessica is in it to win it.
She is in it to win it. So now we're at the haunted house, and part of this haunted house is a creepy face of Horatio that tells the kids to buckle up and get ready for the wild ride.
Oh, it's so bad. It's so very bad. I was really like, for me, I guess it's supposed to be scary. Was it supposed to be scary, or is it just supposed to be, vain?
Vain. That's the way I took it. Okay. I did not take it scary at all. So at this point, Jess walks in and meets Phil Carlson. And we find out that Niels has all of his calls forwarded to wherever he's working because he gets a call and he's like, amateurs, these people don't know what they're doing. These amateurs, they don't know what they're doing.
That was a good, once again, man, you're racking up these,
you know what? I sound
podcast
Swedish.
Oscars.
I sound Swedish.
Poskers. We'll call them the Poskers.
The Poskers. The Poskers. The Poskers.
Welcome.
I keep saying it'll come to life, right?
Welcome to the 23rd Annual Posker Awards. Here to present Best Female Science Podcast is the lovely and talented Divine Miss Mims.
Hi, everyone. I'm here to announce what was that again? Female Scientist Podcast?
Yes.
Well, just like every other year and every other award ceremony, there are no black people nominated. Yep.
Oh man, we should make the Poskers a thing.
But girl, that means we have to listen to lots of podcasts.
I mean, we don't have to award them. We can just make it a thing.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we could do. Oh, I'll produce.
I mean, we just start a Twitter called the Poskers, and we just do it. We just get it started. I'm sorry, my brain is doing that thing it does.
I like what you're thinking, and I'll look into that tomorrow.
Yeah, right? I mean, good gracious, if gay porn can have multiple award shows, then we can too.
Oh, God. Okay. So, Carlson says, it was definitely suicide. And just
He's
like...
super sure about that, by the way. Super sure.
He is. And just like, well, who would want to kill him? Carlson's like, everyone. Tell me who to thank. I hated that asshole. So now we're at the airport, and Jess is getting ready to go to Kansas City.
Kansas City.
And I don't know if you noticed this. She arrived 10 minutes before the flight. Dear listeners, back in the 80s, before the modern time,
good times,
you could arrive at the airport 5 minutes before a flight, make it all the way through security, get to your gate, and leave.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Thanks a lot, terrorist.
Yeah. So the cop dude at the airport's like, ma'am, your gate's changed.
And Jessica's like, I'm going to check the gate board
And
first.
then Mickey Garner shows up.
What is he doing here?
He's like, you're coming with me to... We've arranged special flight. for you,
That's very
Jess.
strange. That's very strange.
Here's a gun!
What? How are you going to have a gun in front of J.B. Fletcher? What is wrong with you, sir? What is wrong with you?
Well, now we're on a private plane
Yes. Oh my God. This
where we
woman.
meet Erica Baldwin, who has fantastically smeared blue or lavender eyeshadow. Like, she's in a black slinky dress with just like the eyeshadow. Dear listeners, if you've never seen it, it's basically like you put it on your pointer and index finger and you just smear it across your eyes to your temples. It looks fantastic if you do it right.
Looked amazing. She looked she was by
yes.
far one of the most glamorous people that have been on this show so far.
I mean, there's not many options. So we find out that she's had 4 husbands and 4 funerals.
I loved it.
And she is
I love when
rich.
Jessica said she was talking about her dress that she only wears for special occasions. And Jessica's like, yeah, you're going to wear that thing out.
So we find out that Mickey and Eric have been getting it on. Let's get it on. Because
if I was Mickey, I would be worried.
Probably. He probably doesn't have enough money.
Insurance, girl. Insurance policies.
So we found out that Horatio was celibate.
Ooh. So he was gay.
So Erica wants them to prove that it was a murder. She's offered 100,000 doll hairs to Ms. Fletcher for this because there's a life insurance policy on Horatio. And if it was, in fact, suicide, it does not pay out.
No, it does not.
It does not pay to do that. No.
Oh, my God. Everything's coming together now. Him being celibate, him chewing up the scenery. Like, the cards are out. The cards are on the table now.
You keep on talking. I'm taking a sip of water.
Yeah, he was definitely. Ooh, I wonder if he was getting it on with the WKRP guy, because later in the episode he talks about feeling really sad and feeling really nervous about his cat.
So we're back at the niece's house. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I almost thought you said Nissan dealership at first. I was like, wait, he's saying niece.
Oh no, and Zuzu too. The most racist thing.
The most racist memory I have about the TV commercial that was allowed for many years.
I think those puppets are still on a billboard. All 3 of them, and the Zuzu too. Anyway, Lori is there. She says she killed Baldwin. Cut to commercial. We're back.
Mm-hmm.
She said she wasn't supposed to leave him alone, and that's why he died. So what had happened was they had had a huge argument. He was yelling at her, so she took her stuff and ran.
Did you see how he was flailing away at her?
Yes.
Good Lord.
Didn't he have like a knife at some point?
Who fights like that? Like he was.
I don't. Well, a homosexual. A homosexual who's filled the drama. You know I've done it. Tell me you haven't.
I mean, I'm not really a fighter, so, I'm not. I've never been much of a fighter.
Anyway, so you found out that Horatio was blackmailing everyone.
Mm-hmm.
He had files on everyone, which means they had to be in a secret cubby.
That's right.
Oh, Lord. So now we're back at the office.
Looking for the cubby.
Yep. And the captain was there and was like, why didn't you arrest Lori? And then Carlson comes in and says, what are you looking for? You've been over this office many times. You couldn't possibly find anything else. There's no way for anybody to come into this office. Oh my God, what are you doing here? Oh.
Wow. That was a
so
lot. I feel bad for your vocal cords.
so Jessica finds a thermostat on the desk. And she's
Hmm.
like, "What's the temperature in here?" "What's 68? All of the rooms are." "Then what do you think this thermostat's doing in here with soot on it?"
What?
"There's some matches right here. Let me light one and put it in front of this thermostat." And then the desk goes, "The files are gone, Maim."
Stop it. What is happening? I don't like it.
So now we're back at the airport. And Arnold Megram, who's
Oh,
Wes Nessman,
West Nessman.
is getting ready to go to Mexico City.
Not Mexico City.
El Ciudad de Mexico, I believe is what it is.
Uh,
I could be wrong on that. Please don't come at me. I'm not that good at Spanish. I'm better at German, but still not that good.
you are German.
Yeah, but mostly, yes.
Okay. I mean,
I've had some Mexican in me.
Lord Jesus. That's because you've been hanging out at the Chino Latino.
Oh, God. Dear listeners, I'm about to tell a sex story.
Not a sex story. No, please, God, no.
So back in the day, I was having sex with somebody.
Mother Maim, you might want to turn it off.
You know what? I'm gonna leave this be. I'm just gonna leave it be. I'm gonna leave
I
it
mean,
be.
you could have had that revelation, girl. You could have done it. I mean, you speak your truth, honey. Speak your truth.
No, I'm gonna let go. I'm gonna let go this time because it's a complicated story, and I'll just let it go.
Lord.
So
Dear listeners, somebody is having a moment.
so somebody informed the people that Wes Desmond was going to be there. So the
Yes.
cops go after him. Oh no, there's a chase. There's a chase. There's a chase. Oh no, he trips over one of the little things that cars pull up to. I don't know exactly what those are called. Oh no, money goes everywhere.
And people just start taking it.
Like, right?
Is that a
Like
thing? Is that a thing?
they just come out of the damn woodwork. There were no people around him, but all of a sudden in this tiny little city that I don't know where it is, that people are coming out of everywhere. And I know one of them was black, and I know there aren't any black people in this city.
No, that was
Like,
well, the security. Well, the bad guy was also black.
that's right,
The
that's right, that's right. The
what do you
guard.
call him? Like the guy with him. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. I guess you're right. I guess this is a very racially diverse town in
Two.
Nebraska.
Two.
There were three. Other guard in at the beginning was black.
Oh, that's right.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So
The one that was like, "What do we do? We can't get in the door."
yeah. So you find out it's $110,000,
Mm-hmm.
and for some reason, Wes Nessman also has the files.
Yes.
And he's like, a man called me and told me to leave, but a man also called the airport with a muffled voice and told them he was going to be there. Is it a coinky dink?
No.
Okay, that's right.
Okay.
So
I was guessing it was either that or C. Whatever C is. That's what I was going.
So we find out that Garner was left off the list of the like blackmail stuff. He's nowhere to be found, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now we pan to Garner's house, and there's a
Yes. And Garner lives on a high rise.
yeah, a high rise in this tiny little city that we don't know what it is, right?
The tiny city
this
of Los
Gotham?
Angeles.
Is
Los
this
Angeles.
Gotham? No, it can't be LA. That's not our flight from Kansas City.
I'm just saying where the high rise was located.
I know.
Dear.
Oh, you know what? Minneapolis, maybe?
Maybe.
That explained the flat, the white, And the high rise.
That's the entire Midwest.
Well, no, Chicago and Milwaukee have people
That's
of
true.
color.
That's that's true. Although they try to get rid of them, but that's the thing.
So, oh no, the cat is a recording. Oh no, somebody just flew Garner off the building.
Yeah. And I wrote down, I miss the 80s and watching those mannequins fall from balconies.
Yeah, that mannequin took too long to fall.
Oh.
So we're back at the niece's house, and we found out that Garner was a PI, and he
Mhm.
also had a file on Jess.
See, this is what I'm talking about right there. This is what I'm talking about. Jessica's had some stuff going on.
Uh-huh. Well, Jess is at Baldwin's office. She's just looking around thinking about things.
Just
And
in general.
so I know. So Bert's like, no, she needs to get out of there. So Bert calls her in the office, and she noticed the phone's light is not lit correctly and it's not ringing right.
That's strange.
So Jessica goes through a little thing with the officer, the security guard, of calling and working out call forwarding and modern office things. She looks at the back of a phone, sees something's not quite connected correctly, and through all of this, like haphazard luck, she figures out the murder.
Yes. It was amazing that she knew. I would not have known to take the phone apart. Um, right.
I would not have known what that cord was for. Look at her having a very strong knowledge of telephone electronics.
Now, so now it's time
Now.
to set the trap.
So O'Brien, who happens to be the security guard, we finally gave him a name, gives Carlson a letter and says to call Jess. And Jess is talking to him. She's like, Mickey left some files on microfilm hidden in that place that's a little broken down. So apparently the props people wanted to use that face more than once is what's going on.
Because that probably cost some money.
It probably did. And she says, meet me there in 40 minutes. So at the face, Jesus
At
Christ.
the face.
I never thought I'd say that, but here we are. Carlson opens up the face and finds the tiniest thimble of film.
Mm-hmm.
Jess shows up.
Look at you.
A little
Jessica.
blurry, but she's there.
A little blurry.
So
Mood
we
lighting.
find out that Carlson replaced his own file in the blackmail files. And then he's like, I've already committed one murder. What's one more? Ha ha. Oh, wait, sorry. I've already committed one murder. What's one more?
I was going to say, it's your method actor, remember. Yeah,
that's true. And then he shoots Jessica.
How dare he?
How dare he break a mirror in her presence? Niles shows up like, I'm glad that worked out for you, Jessica.
Yes. Then begins the craziest explanation we have heard thus far.
So
I was sitting there like, wait, the things that this man did in the heat of the moment?
Yep. So how it goes and what they suppose is Horatio let Carlson in because Carlson was upset about the vice presidency not being given to him. They struggled. Somehow Horatio hit his head.
Yes.
Carlson panicked, went to his desk where he keeps a pistol, and reprogrammed the phone to go to Horatio's office.
Yes, that's the first.
He then goes. Keep in mind, he's also wearing a Stephen Jobs outfit.
Yes, black turtleneck.
Yes. So he disconnected the light bulb on Lori's phone and the
Yes.
bell on Horatio's phone.
Yes.
He fake shot, he locked the door, fake shot Horatio in the head. When they got the call to Carlson, Carlson was actually in the office and said, "Get in there." So then, as they're busting in, Carlson pulls that turtleneck over his head, goes to the corner into the dark, because apparently this room was dark even though the lights were on. And
Blacklight.
yes, runs out as the cops are coming in. They were so focused on the dead body that they did not notice him come out. And then he threw away his sweater, came back in, and was like, "Hey guys, he's dead." So
No, what just happened?
so we're now at the airport. Jess is leaving.
It's a sad time.
She gives the $100,000 check to Lori to write the book.
Mm.
And scene.
I thought the ending was super sweet.
It was.
Because I don't know that Lori woman, but man, she played that whole innocent ingenue like so well that I was just like, oh, how wonderful. Oh, she hugged her Jess's nephew-in-law. That's weird. You know.
Do 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 do.
You were vibing. You were totally vibing just now.
I was. So I'd like to mention something about this weird ass episode we just talked about.
They're gonna get weirder.
So when he was in the office, the second time I watched it through, I looked to see if he was actually in the shadows. He was not.
No.
Like, why wasn't he?
Because that wouldn't make sense.
Because you would have seen him.
Right. The whole purpose would have been like, oh, he killed them.
Yeah.
I
mean, I knew from the very beginning that he killed him. Like,
well, I
right?
mean, once again, this particular episode, they didn't even try to make him likable.
Nope.
Like from the minute he was on, it was like only one character on this entire show is kind of being a dick.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure he did it.
Janice Dickinson. No, that's not it.
That's the supermodel. Remember, she's the world's first supermodel, according to her.
Yeah, no, that's not it. That's, oh God, it was one of those 80s supermodels who did like a health tape. I'm going
Kathy
back to that
Ireland?
YouTube video. No,
Kathy
not
Ireland?
Kathy Ireland. Not Kathy Ireland. Or was she a, oh my God. Oh my God.
Rachel Hunter? Rachel Hunter did fitness tapes.
No, it was a health tape. It was like a, "Welcome to my home. This is how you blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah."
Helena Christensen? I'm just going to keep calling out 80s models' names. It's one of my talents. Paulina Poroskova.
Oh God, what is it? Oh, it's going to bother me.
I still say Kathy Ireland.
It's not Kathy Ireland. This woman is not.
Where is Kathy Ireland right now? Huh? Like, what in the world? I just thought about that. I wonder if Murder She Wrote's ever going to get reboot the way they're rebooting, Perry Mason. That would be cool.
That would be cool.
Because I love that Perry Mason reboot. I love it a lot. Okay, let me see.
Oh, good.
Now that you're looking on your phone, I'm going to look up Kathy.
Okay. Brenda Dixon. Brenda Dixon is her name.
Who is that? I don't know that person at all.
Oh my God. That's it. I will send it to you after this. I just need to know her name so I can send you the comedy. All right, girl. You know what?
That's sad. Kathy Ireland hasn't done anything since 2002.
She's probably made some sheets for Kmart.
I mean, she hasn't acted in anything.
Okay. And on that note, girl, you know what? We've talked for an hour here. Why don't you tell, huh?
Have we?
Yeah, we
I'm just
talked.
I'm being an ass right now. I'm being an ass.
Oh well, it's not becoming.
I've heard that before about my
I know.
ass.
I know. So, dear, why don't you tell our dear listeners where they can find you?
Totes. Hi, dear listeners. So my
Hi.
name is Auntie Maim. I'm your favorite relation. You can find me on social media at auntie.maim. That's Maim. You can find me on, let's see, that's on Instagram and on Facebook. On Twitter, you can find me at the Maim Ministry. That's once again Maim. And if you are ever down in the South Florida area, I do improvised comedy at Villain Theater in Little Haiti, and I host a weekly karaoke show called Amazing Colossal Karaoke in Miami Beach at a little bar called Kill Your Idol. And I would love to meet you. How about you, Mims?
I am the Divine Miss Mims.
Divine.
You can find me at Divine Miss Mims on Twitter. Why you got stank face while I tell people where to find me?
Sorry. I was in one. I opened my phone up and it took me to one of those drag listings for costumes, and I was like, oh gosh.
You can find this podcast at You Slay Me Pod.
You slay me, pod.
You can give us some money on Patreon. God,
For
that
God's
was
sake,
rude.
give us some goddamn money.
At patreon.com/You Slay Me. There's also a link to PayPal in our info if you decide to. We have 2 other podcasts. We have Baking Sugar, which is our Designing Women podcast. We will soon have Where's Dorothy, which we've talked about a lot already. So we will not mention again
We're
that
sorry.
it is a Golden Palace podcast.
We're not professional podcasts. This is not our living, guys. This is a hobby.
I mean, at this point, we kind of are professional podcasters, but
this is a hobby.
But it is a hobby. It is
It's
very much a hobby.
It's a fun hobby. This is how we keep our connection going.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
Celebrate the moments of our lives.
I thought you were going to sing "God Bless the Rains Down Africa."
No,
That's what's.
I was singing the coffee thing, International Delights.
That waiter
in Paris, Jean-Luc.
Okay. All right, Maim. I think we've worn out our welcome. Say goodnight, Maim.
Good night, Maim.
Bye, y'all.